Welcome to another video, everybody. Today I'm going to talk about Pullip Optical Queen. About 2 years ago I started my blog Komonogatari with the review of Pullip Optical Alice, and it took us 2 years to finally be able to talk about another Pullip from the Optical Alice series. So this is Pullip Optical Queen, and I was very excited to have a Pullip who is going to match my Optical Alice. So let's jump into the review. I want to talk about her gray eye chips first, because as you can see they have a truly exceptional print on them. They are very much like Optical Alice, but they are gray and not the darkest navy blue that I've ever seen. Also, a little disclaimer, the next video on my channel is going to be a comparison with Pullip Optical Alice. And here you can see the gray on the outskirts of her eye chips. When it comes to her makeup in general, you will see that her skin tone is very pale. It is the same as Optical Alice's. She does look like she was made out of porcelain, but like all of her Pullip sisters, she was made out of plastic. And red is also playing a defining role when contouring her face. You can see it on her cheeks, on her chin, directly under her lips, and I would even call her very subtle red eyeshadow a contour. When pushing back her bangs, you can see that she has exceptional gray eyebrows, which are very fitting to her eye makeup, and even her eyeshadow on the very upper lid. I'm also a big fan of her black winged eyeliner. I think that this look is so dramatic and pretty, and I also love her multicolored feathery lower lashes, which you can see are either black, gray or white. I simply adore this style. And a detail that I find very enchanting is that the eyeliner on her upper lid stops shortly before touching her tear ducts. I think that this also gives her a very distinct look. And I did save my favorite part for last, which are her gorgeous lips. They are a true ombre. You can see that they are wine red in the middle and then fade out at the corners of her mouth, and the paint job on them is so detailed. They look fresh, they look juicy, they are very glossy. I think that the shape is absolutely lovely. I think that I can totally imagine this doll being a little customized with maybe different eyes or different hair, and that she will look absolutely sublime. Thanks to Optical Queen being a new Pullip model, you can half close her eyes so that you can see the eyeliner on her eyelids. You can see that the eyeliner is a dark brown, and her eyelids are pale, which normally wouldn't excite me a lot, but I have to say that it kind of suits her, because there are a lot of different prints and colors in her look, so these plain eyelids actually suit it quite well. Okay, wig time. So I bet when we all first saw Pullip Optical Queen's promotional pictures, we were all kind of wondering what was going on with her wig, because as you can see, she has these two buns on top of her head, which consist out of little braids, and they looked very hard to manage. So I am going to tell you that it looks much better in person than I expected. And it also, of course, helps that the color of her wig is simply beautiful. The rich wine red color does suit her face perfectly, and I just think that the bangs might be a little too long because I would have preferred to see some of her eyebrows. My biggest pet peeve is right here. Can you see the drop of glue on top of her hair bun? I was so sad when I was unboxing her. I pretty much saw it immediately, and I don't know if I can cut it off. I didn't dare to do it so far because I also wanted to make this review. Other than the glue debacle, I have to say that I have no more complaints about this wig. You cannot see any of the wig cap on my girl, which I am very thankful for. And she has this rather loose braid in the back. And you can see that it's very long. I think that the style is quite beautiful and unique. Now that we have talked about her wig, it is time to try and put the crown on top of her head. You have a very hidden beret, oh my god, under the crown, and it's hard to put on. I dislike this beret so much because you can see this is supposed to be pressed onto her head from the back, because this is the front of her crown and it is supposed to close when you press it on top of her head, and I don't know how to do it without seriously hurting her wig. So let's review the crown while she's holding it in her hand. So you can see that the crown has different patterns, which you will also find on the Queen's stock dress. Then you have this small black ribbon with the heart pendant, those graphic prints with red satin, golden lace and little pearls, as well as this white and black striped satin fabric. The stock of the Queen itself is quite interesting. At first we have this necklace, a simple black choker with this glued on golden heart. And then we can start talking about her top. Yes, that's right, her outfit actually consists out of a top and a skirt. And you can see that she has a key in the very middle on red satin with a lot of black elements and golden lace. Her top is basically a peplum top because you can see that the checkered black and white fabric sticks out like a peplum over her skirt. And I also like her sleeves very much. They're very puffy on top, out of the same fabric as her peplum. And then she has this red bow, more of the white and black striped fabric, and I love the little details on her sleeves. And I also wanted to mention that this black lace is part of her top and not of her skirt. I honestly thought that I wouldn't like her skirt a lot because Optical Alice's skirt has a lot of layers, or I should say her dress has a lot of layers, and Optical Queen's dress looked a little plain in comparison, and I'm not a big fan of this string of red beads and this golden necklace going down in the middle, because I think that it's just a little plain. But the overall shape of the skirt doesn't disappoint me at all because it is not unnecessarily puffy, and it does have its own shape thanks to the red and white polka dotted fabric on the sides. You can see how much this upper part is responsible for giving the skirt volume and a rather unique shape that hasn't been overdone. And I also love the bows out of white and black fabric on the sides. I think that this is making the whole look more avant-garde, because the rest of the skirt is just this white and black checkered fabric with tiny black lace on the hemline. And I have to say that this fabric feels very high quality and lovely. Here is the skirt from the other side. It's a different angle so that you can see just how amazing all the prints work together. All in all, I would say that this is a fantastic release. I started smiling as soon as I got her out of the box, and I truly love her face up. And her dress is so much better than I expected. I honestly think that the more avant-garde silhouette suits her so much better than your typical poofy ball gown. The next video will be a comparison with the little lady on the right. I hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe, of course only if you want to. I am going to make way more Pullip content in the future, as well as other doll stalls and traveling. So please stay tuned. Thank you so much for watching, and bye bye!